I don't have any slides, but I just wanted to talk to you a little bit. This is a very special users group meeting for me because it's the first users group where I'm actually a member here. I work with the consortium. And so last year at this time, I was talking to you as a vendor from industry. And so what's happened over that time is I've started to look at the perspective of a vendor and this perspective of iRODS, and I wanted to share a bit of that with you because I think it'll be helpful. So, so I'm going to use a term that I used to hate and still do. Raja used it earlier, big data. The reason I don't like it is because politicians use it. And it really, and it's used in media, it's used all over the place, it's overused, and it really is underdefined. So what does that mean, big data? Well, so IBM started a long time ago by giving us the V's, right? They were the first to introduce that concept of volume and velocity and veracity, et cetera. And variety, of course, and value. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about the volume and the velocity. And we can use big data to kind of define where industry is going and how industry will help us. And so what's happening, of course, is that storage systems are getting bigger, they're getting cheaper, and interface to storage is getting faster. Aaron, you mentioned earlier NAND, a lot of people are using NAND. There'll be storage systems that blow NAND right out of the water, right? You're going to see networking as well. You're going to see OmniPath. In fact, there are OmniPath front-end storage devices that you can buy right now. And OmniPath is a SerDes that's right on a computational system which will talk directly to the storage, minimizing socket layers. And that's going to be happening. And you're going to see storage technologies that can operate at literally DRAM speeds. And you can buy DRAM right now that is phase change memory, which is non-volatile, and you can build logs and systems. So all those things are really going to help the kinds of things that we need to do in terms of data preservation. They'll help a lot. And in fact, the same thing's happening in networking. We see, you know, Fiber Channel, InfiniBand, GigE, OmniPath, all these very, very fast networks being able to move data quickly. So we see what the industry's doing with respect to storage and with respect to compute. But the problem is, as a vendor, you tend to be myopic. You tend to kind of look at the thing that you're doing, and that's all you look at. And a year ago, all I cared about was storage. I woke up in the morning, I worried about new technologies. That's all I thought about. That's all I thought about completely. And when I joined the consortium, I never really considered that it would have the effect on me that it did. I'm still coherent most of the time, but the effect it's had on me is it's kind of broadened my point of view, and now I think of storage as a set of tools, a hammer, a saw, some nails to build a house. So I don't think of storage specifically as where storage is going. I think of storage as a means to an end, and that house is a collaborative research archive, or that house is some kind of a data collection. And so what I've discovered by working with the consortium for this past year is that the perspective of the consortium is really one which creates synergies. And the synergies happen right in your site. And that's really important. What it means is that you can buy networking gear, you can buy storage gear, from anybody, anytime, and iRODS helps you put all of that together, helps make that happen. Tell me about another technology that can do that, and tell me about another organization that can give you that kind of power within your site to pick best-of-breed solutions, put them together, and just have them work. And this is something that I'm now a part of, and really, really proud of being a part of. It's something that's changed the way I think about these kinds of large-scale dynamic storage systems which are being deployed. It's certainly changed the way I think about big data, and it's certainly changed the way I think about synergies within organizations. So we enable all kinds of synergies in fact, between organizations as well. And that's all part of the consortium's point of view, which is completely unique. And I know that all of you sitting here, the fact that you are sitting here means that you're forward thinking, and that's what you are thinking about. And I'm hoping to see this group grow larger and larger. And so I'd like to throw out a challenge, just briefly. What I'd like you to do is sometime in the next few months, try to take a step back from your day-to-day operation, the kind of detail that you're in, and think about where you want your organization to be in 12 months, 24 months, 36 months. Think about that. And think about how your roadmap compares to our roadmap. Because we need that feedback. We need to know where you're going. And, you know, iRODS chat is for when something goes wrong today and you need to fix it. Okay, so you get on iRODS chat. But I'd like to construct something that goes far beyond that goes into long-term roadmap. And I'd like to volunteer as a point of contact for that. You don't even have to spell my last name. It's davef@renci.org. And I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear where you're going, what you're doing, and how your roadmap matches up with our roadmap. And oh, by the way, as you're doing that planning, if you're not a member of the consortium now, I would seriously suggest you take a look at that, because we're membership supported. That's what we're all about. And we'd like, you know, we have 15 members now. I'd like to have 30, 40, 50. I'd like to have members who actually have to solve problems in terms of data distribution, data collections, research, and beyond. And we have some of those now, but I'd like that to be extended, because the broader our membership, the broader our technical base, the better problem solving that we'll have internally. We'll have a much broader scope of what we can do. And so I'd urge you to join the consortium. I'm really glad that all of you are here. And I'd really like to see more membership in the next year. And again, I'm volunteering to be the point of contact for things that are longer term. I'd like to talk to each and every one of you and once a year is not enough. Okay, we're not a group of, so in Chapel Hill, we don't have an ivory tower with a lock on the door and we put everybody in there and we hope they come out with something. It's a two-way street. We need to know where you're going and what you need, and we'd be proud to work with you in making your vision happen, because that matches the community's vision. And that's about all I had. Thank you very, very much for being here, and I really enjoyed the presentations. Thank you.